Hey everyone, how's it going? It's just me tonight. It is a little past 11 p.m. on a Thursday night. I decided that I wanted to dye my hair on camera, dyeing my hair pink. If you have watched our recent videos, my hair was blue for a little bit, and then it was a pinkish salmon color, and then after that it faded a little bit, and then all of a sudden my hair turned like Ronald McDonald red almost. It was like a really bright pink, and I didn't want that. That's a whole another story, but I thought we could, you know, just relax a little bit tonight and watch me dye my hair pink. This time it's supposedly going to be a pastel pink. When I dyed my hair pink for the first time, I wanted it to be pastel pink, but the type of hair dye, like the hue of it that I got, was not pastel, obviously. It was very bright. Tonight, I am using, for the very first time, Arctic Fox. I know, it's a shock. All right, here, very good things about Arctic Fox. And I've like watched obviously numerous videos, because this isn't the first time I've dyed my hair, and this isn't the first time I've been blonde. But I've never tried Arctic Fox. And my first impression getting this, I opened it up a little bit, it immediately reminded me of like a fruit drink. But then as I was sniffing it, I was like, it's more like kind of like a medicine. And Nick agreed. I was like, smell this! I have Virgin Pink here, and I know those of you who've used Virgin Pink before, it is not pastel. I know. We are going to dilute it, and we are going to use some conditioner that I have. This particular bottle I've had, for some reason, I have kept it for so many years. Actually, it's only probably been 2 years, but still. This one specifically is from Matrix, called the Total Results So Long Damage. I tried a little like test on my hands, and it didn't seem weird or anything. It didn't smell bad, and it's like it doesn't say here in the ingredients that there's any like sulfate. You obviously can use a cheap conditioner. You obviously don't use this. Really, any conditioner if you want to dilute any kind of semi-permanent to temporary hair dye. The condition of my hair right now is very dry. I didn't condition it at all because the Arctic Fox is made with like a conditioner, and I'm also using a conditioner to dilute it, so I didn't put any conditioner in. I actually just use my purple shampoo that I use, and that makes it more dry, but I try to get as much of like the really, really noticeable yellow out as much as possible. And in the camera, it doesn't do any justice, because right here, this light, not as bright as this one or that one. So over here, it looks like it's like already like a champagne color, but actually it's like a really pale yellow to platinum blonde. Try to take my word for it. And I know there's some weird like like platinum blonde white strands here. It's very uneven, but it kind of looks not natural, but more so than just like a solid color, which I don't really want. So I don't know, I kind of like it like this. I think it looks pretty good for what we're doing today, because it's good to have some kind of yellow in your hair. Depending on what color you're using. Like if you use a blue, it's gonna turn green, because that's how the color wheel works. This is an experiment, and we're doing this together. It could be a disaster, or it can turn out pretty good. We'll see. I'm going to section off my hair, and we will get started. So I decided I'm not really gonna section it, because we're just applying this semi-permanent color all over my hair. So I'm gonna do what the other people do online, is just start on the top, flip, paint, flip things over, and then just keep going, and then do the other side. So that's what I'm planning to do right now. So as you can see here, I have my tint brush, my paintbrush. I mean, just kind of technically what you're doing. And I have a bowl that is not metal or steel, it's plastic. And I have some hair clips in case I need to clip anything, get hair out of my way. I have gloves, and depending on how much the hair dye stains, sometimes you don't need gloves, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So I have gloves. And I got my Arctic Fox in Virgin Pink. I have a random old bottle of conditioner. I have my hairbrush over here in case I need to brush my hair, and a glass of wine. All right, so we're gonna put these gloves on. I don't have a lot of hair, but it's pretty darn thick. So I need more than enough conditioner to cover my whole head. So this could be a lot of conditioner. I'm just gonna put that much in for now. And if I need more, then I'll mix more in. And then I'm gonna take my Arctic Fox. Now this is gonna be interesting. I don't really know how much I really should put in. And that's the thing though, if you're not sure, start with little dollops, little tiny drops, mix it in, and if you like the consistency of the color, good. If you don't, if it's too light, add a little more and then mix it in and see if you like it. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna that's the thing. I'm gonna stop there. Better be safe than sorry here. I'm just gonna mix it up. And it also depends on how porous your hair is too. I don't want to say how damaged, but if you bleach your hair, you damage it. So right now you can see the consistency of the color is very, very light. For my hair, it takes a lot for color to sink in. So I'm going to add more of the Arctic Fox dye into this formula. The reason why I didn't use the, is it Froze or is it Rosé? The pastel color, pink color from Arctic Fox. The reason I didn't use that is because, first of all, I think it would be too light for what I want to do here. And I haven't really heard good reviews about it. And of course, Arctic Fox and other dyes fade as you wash your hair and as time goes on. It's too dark anyway. It'll come out and fade nicely, hopefully, if I do it correctly. But I also heard that with Arctic Fox, it stays longer than most. All right, this is gonna be the last dose. I promise. The last dose of it I'm gonna use. I lied, we're doing one more. The consistency obviously is like conditioner consistency. It's not drippy per se. It's not thick that it just won't move. Ruth, just start. I know what you're all thinking, or what you're all saying. Just shut up and start. All right, right off the bat, I already can tell I need to put more Arctic Fox in here. So I am gonna add like a lot more. There's, you can see it's, I don't know, I feel like it's really not going to stick very well. Here we go. Don't always need a tint brush. You can just use your hands like I am now. You really want to make sure you cover as much as you can. See right here, I can already tell that I missed a huge streak of hair. And also maybe because it's not taking, and that could be a possibility too. Permanent dye. I take my time. So here's, like I said before, it's just kind of like a chill, kind of relaxing time here. And I know you guys are already saying, Ruth, you missed a spot. And I know. I'll get my comb here. It has a more pointier end, so it's easier to get thin amount of hair. And just a disclaimer, I am not a professional, as you can see. My technique is very sloppy. I just do this for fun. So I don't know if I told you guys on one of our videos about why I dyed my hair pink the first time. I think I did actually, but I'm gonna tell you again because why not? I had Nick's dog Midna choose what color I wanted or I should dye my hair next. And the way we did it is I wrote on pieces of paper, separate pieces of paper, red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. And we put little pieces of food on each paper, just to be fair. Whichever one she touched first would be the color I would dye my hair. And lo and behold, it was pink. But to make it more fun, I also wrote on separate pieces of paper 3 different brands. One of them was actually Arctic Fox. The one she picked was unicorn hair. I actually chose 2 types of pink. I chose the bubblegum, and I think the other one was the bunny, was called Bunny. That's the lighter one of the 2. Did you know bubblegum is very vibrant and bright? That was the big mistake that I made. But the thing was, I mixed the 2 because like here, I did not think that the bunny would go very well with the tone of blonde that I had. So I'm like, what if I mix the 2 so I get a lighter pink, but not so light that it doesn't stick. The blue was very messy. It didn't come, obviously it didn't come out the way I wanted it to. I wanted it to come out to be an icy blue. Some parts came out icy blue, other parts didn't come out at all, and others was like really blue, like ocean blue. But the first blue hair dye I used wasn't good at all. It was by L'Oreal. It was the Fira, and it was that pastel icy blue box dye. It did not stick well at all. It either didn't stick at all or it turned my hair a gray. And then I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna re-dye it. Now I don't remember if I used a box dye or an actual like hair color dye, or if I just used the colored shampoo, and then that's how I like maintained my blue. And of course there were a lot of spots on my head that did not retain the blue and made it very patchy, but it kind of looks cool in the back, even though you obviously could see it was very patchy. But it kind of looked like a waterfall with the different shades of blue or not blue. That was hard to maintain, so that's why I kind of stopped doing that and I wanted to switch to something else. But also it was Easter. Easter was coming up and I wanted to make my hair an Easter color. Right now I'm gonna have to make more. Need to look up close to see how it looks. Alright guys, it's taking me a very long time. I don't know if you're enjoying this or not, but I'm gonna do the rest of this side and then I'll come back when I start this side. I had to add more, obviously. I think I might have to do it again. Oh my gosh, and I really hope my hair doesn't fall out. Having too much conditioner on your hair for a long time is not really a good thing. I got this half done, now we're gonna start this half. Now that I really look, I think it's because there isn't any conditioner on this side, which makes my hair look very voluptuous, voluminous, whatever it is. Mount Everest. Once you condition my hair and let it dry, it obviously it's conditioned so it looks pretty thin and it doesn't look like I have that much hair. And that's where I got that, you know, me saying that I have thick hair, but I don't have a lot of it. I wasn't planning to say this at all, but I hope Brad Mundo doesn't watch this. Because it's so bad. I'm so scared. Like, if he so happens to, which I doubt, but if he happens to, I don't want to disappoint him. It's really patchy and really bad. It comes out because my hair is very stubborn. So what's new with you guys? Anything good? You got any suggestions for our channel? Because we are continuing to do different funny challenges, different games, like Mad Libs. Try not to laugh challenges where not only you can't laugh, you can't spit out the liquid that is in your mouth, which is usually Mike's hard lemonade. It hurts really bad. You think water is bad? Because I know the pun guys do it, or they have done it. Having like seltzer, it hurts. Like a, you know, a bubbly drink, but it's also really funny. Well, this side has been sitting already for like a good half an hour anyway. So by the time I finish this side, the other side, I mean, right now it's probably ready to get washed out. I think I am gonna leave this half in longer too. And I know some people with these hair dyes, they just like lather all over their head. They don't section anything out like I'm doing right now. They just kind of put it on their head and scrub it in, because with that you can. With bleach, don't do it. Just don't do it. I was telling Nick earlier that I think the white platinum strands that I have, I think that they're gonna take pretty well. The others, probably not. Fidgety and anxious, like, all right, are we done yet? It's been over, I don't know how long we've been in bed. My clock over there is, you can't even see it because it's so dark. Plus I think it's off an hour because I didn't change it from daylight savings time and from March. You guys got any questions for us? We can do a short Q&A one day. Maybe. That's probably not a good idea. Maybe we'll pick and choose questions that we feel comfortable answering. How's that? All right, guys, I'm going to stop here and make another batch, and then we'll come back and see what's gonna happen next. Oh boy, guys. All right, we are officially done with the coloring. Looking at the strand, I think this is one of the, oh my gosh, one of the white ones. I think you can see how pink that is. Maybe you can, but it's pretty dark. I have the stuff all over my pants. I've heard that hurry up the process with the heat with this brand. I'm not going to do that because I don't want this side to go crazy and possibly fall out. I also don't really need a clip, it just stays on my head. We're going to leave this here, I'm gonna say 30 minutes. It could be like split hair dye. That'd be kind of cool. Like this side is darker than this side. It won't turn out that way. It'll turn, if it did though, it'd turn out really bad. After 30 minutes, I'm going to wash this out. I'll show you it wet and see if there's any color. And then we'll dry it and style it and see what it looks like. Okay, all. This is how it came out. My hair is damp / wet. Right off the bat, I have to say that rumors are true. Arctic Fox is fantastic. I was a little skeptical about all the conditioner that I used and how dye I actually used. Thinking about it, I actually used quite a lot, but just the amount of conditioner that I put on my hair, I just thought, I don't know if it's gonna work. But when I wiped it off my shirt, this is with the conditioner, it stained, obviously. On this side, it is much lighter than this side. I mean, on camera it doesn't really look like that, but here, it is lighter here, darker here. From what I'm seeing, I'm very impressed with myself. I mean, there are some spots that I think I kind of miss, especially in the root area right there. It's doing a decent job getting most of my hair. So I think what I'm gonna do now, it's past 1 o'clock in the morning. I think I'm going to wind down, go to bed, and in the morning I'll show you the final result. Yeah, so I'll give you my final testimony tomorrow morning. So see you in the morning. guys, this is the final product. This is what it looks like in semi-natural light. The sun is like right over there, but this is me outside. I have to say, it is very nice. There, as you can see, like I said during our processing time, there were parts of my hair that didn't take the dye, and that seems to be the norm, because that's what I've been seeing every time I have dyed my hair a different color. Like I said before, it has to do with how porous the strands are, what tone of blonde you are, because, you know, the yellow and the orange, they do alter the color. But there are a lot of like whitish, pale pink spots. But right here, like as I'm looking at my camera, it looks like pretty darn solid. Once I upload the video, I'll have to take a look and see how different it is. But yes, I am actually happy with the color. It's not pastel pink. Like when you say pastel pink, you think of like a baby pink. This is more of like a magenta-y, purpley, violety, lavender pink. There's a lot of ways to describe it, but I am very happy with this. This is definitely going in the books as one of the best colors, one of the best brands of hair dye there are. I am going to try other brands of hair dye, but my go-to will be Arctic Fox, unless I find something different that blows my mind. But this is very nice. I'm very happy with the results. So if you like what you saw here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more beauty, makeup, hair videos, let us know in the comments. If you want us to do really funny ones, like when I did Nick's makeup and when he did my makeup, that was really funny and fun and entertaining for both of us. Make sure you tell us in the comments. And with that, I guess I'll have to say thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!